Hi, I'm Chris and we are JCD. In this week's episode, I'm at a car dealership, but I'm not there to buy a car. We clean a screw sorting machine and we're 24 floors above the London skyline to survey some rainwater lines. Let's roll the footage. Good morning team JCD. It is Monday morning. I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend, although it was a rather rainy one in Kent where I live. Nothing much happened the weekend, no work, I am pleased to report. I did catch up with some reports that I needed to send out to some of our drainage customers yesterday. They've all gone out yesterday, so that sort of clears up this week. It's Monday morning. I am over in Dartford, Kent. I am going to be doing drainage all day today. I'm going to try and get a bit better with structuring how the week goes. So drainage maybe Monday, Thursday, and then the rest of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, will be left for anything that comes up with JCD. I'm over here. They have a blocked drain in their vehicle bay where they do their washing down. So just going to go and see the customer and see what's going on with this one. Then I've got to head over to Gillingham where we've got to do some work at a pub. And I think there's another one. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. I'm sure it'll come to me in a moment. So let's go see the customer here, get this one wrapped up, and then we'll head over to Gillingham. So that's that job done, nice and quick one. They usually are. Well, we do a bit of work for this particular company. They're a Ford network based in the southeast, and we do a lot of their stuff. And the vehicle bays is quite a common one, to be honest. It's just the amount of debris and silt that gets down there. So just needed a little plunge through, 5-minute job, and that's all clear. So we're going to head back in the van now, head back over to Gillingham. Hopefully we should be getting these drainage jobs done relatively quickly today. There's not too many big ones, we've just got a couple of little small ones to do. Tomorrow I am in the office all day, which I'm looking forward to. I haven't managed to do that in a couple of weeks. In the office all day with Adam, we've got a couple of meetings, which is good. I've got to demo some kit for someone from another company that's coming down to take our a couple of our floor machines out and just give them a bit of use. So that should be a good day. And we also have a meeting with Vix tomorrow, and I'm really looking forward to that. Plus we've got a standalone video going on where the guys are cleaning a piece of machinery local to the office, so that should be good as well, and we're going to do a total standalone video for that one. So let's jump back in the van and head over to Gillingham. So I've just finished that job in Gillingham. What I usually do is I'll jump out, I'll go and have a look at the job first. I'm going to go back here because it's raining. I'll go and have a look at the job first, and then I'll come back and grab the camera stuff. But I went and had a look at the job, and the guy stayed with me, so we just lifted the cover. What it was a blocked interceptor, which is effectively like a mini U-bend that just usually find them before they go into the main sewer. And it just needed a plunge through, so it took me literally 2 minutes, gave it a wash down, and the job was done. I was away within 5 minutes. That other job I couldn't remember this morning. I was going back over to Sevenoaks. I went there when I'd done that ultra long day yesterday in last week's episode. But just as I was on the way there, the customer called me, and as suspected, it was a lot further down the line. It was actually in a neighbouring property. So the neighbour's going to call their own drainage contractor, get them out to sort that. So yeah, that wraps up all the drainage work we've got this morning. I've just come back home. I'm going to have a change. I've got some bits and pieces. I need to pay some checks in the bank, just general bits of admin that need to be done. So I'm going to do all that. I have a little bit of a quieter week this week, which has been unusual, but I've said that on a couple of episodes before, and we know it just doesn't pan out like that. But so what I'm going to do for the rest of the day, I'm going to go and do some of the bits of admin, pay in some checks, catch up on some emails, and I'm going to do some outbound marketing, which I haven't done in a long time. I'm going to get myself ready for tomorrow because we've got a meeting with Vix, which I'm looking forward to. We've also got a clean sweep to film tomorrow. What we're going to do with the clean sweep, we're not going to, you know, just put that out for the sake of it. Sure, I could go around and follow the guys around, you know, they're doing builders cleans, but you know, there's only so many builders cleans that you guys are going to want to watch. So what we'll do is, when there's a job that comes up that's a little bit out of the norm, or something that maybe we haven't done before, then we'll put that episode out. I know Adam's done a post on our various social platforms about that, and I think that's probably the best way to go forward with that one. So that's going to wrap up Monday. A little bit of a short day today for me, but plenty of other stuff to do. I'm also going to hit the gym because I'm trying to get back in shape, and yeah, busy day tomorrow though, so a longer day for you guys to tune in. Thanks for checking in. I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, gang. It is Tuesday morning. We are nice and local to JCD HQ. We are at a job that is literally 2 minutes round the corner from us. Adam's joined me for the day as we are filming some content here, and we have a meeting at 1 o'clock this afternoon with the British Institute of Cleaning Sciences, which we're looking forward to. This particular piece of kit we're going to do a total standalone video for, but effectively what they've got here, this machine behind me sorts out screws. It does that using magnets, I believe. I'm not an expert, although I am an expert in many things. This is not one of them. So it sorts out screws by size and then puts them into boxes effectively. So we're going to do a total standalone clean sweep video for you guys on this one, and then once we've finished here, we are going to head back to JCD HQ because we've got other bits and pieces we need to do, and we've got our meeting at 1 o'clock. We've just finished putting down our standalone video. We'll say we've changed up how we're going to do the clean sweep episodes for those of you that are keen viewers of our channel. We were doing them on a weekly basis, but there's only so many projects that are relatively unique. Don't get me wrong, we come across them regularly, but not on a near weekly basis. You know, the guys, they do a lot of post-construction cleans and things like that, so it might be a little bit repetitive for the viewers if we just keep putting out very similar content. So what we've opted to do is do that reactively. So when we see a unique project like the one we're at today, then we'll film that and we'll put that out, and hopefully that will show how diverse the jobs we carry out are, and it'll keep you a little bit more entertained in terms of what we do on a weekly basis. So that's going to wrap up here. I've got to go and meet someone at the office who are coming to pick up our Excentra floor cleaning machines to give them a try at a housing association. So I'm going to go and meet Niall, and then at 1 o'clock me and Adam have got our meeting. So I'm going to head back to HQ. Adam's going to do his B-roll, and I'll catch you guys shortly. Ready?
Yeah.
Oh, printer's going there. We've just got back down to JCD HQ. I've taken Adam out to get some lunch because he likes to eat, and I don't want his mum ringing me up saying I'm not feeding him. So we've been down, we've done our standalone video. We've got a little bit of time now until we meet Bix. I said at 1 o'clock, but I have messaged Kelsey to say that we are ready when she is. We've got to do a couple of intros for our weekly videos, so we're going to get them down, and there's a couple of additional dirts that I want to put down for our other social platforms. And then yeah, then we'll have a meeting with Bix and we'll let you know how that goes, of course. Ready? Yes. You was hoping I'd fall, weren't you? You was hoping I'd fall. I know what you was up there. Hi, I'm Chris and we are JCD. In this week's episode, take a seat in one of the seats. Found us okay then, yeah?
Yeah, it's nice and easy, isn't it?
Well, some people get drastically lost. Give me a shout, I'm always on the end of the phone.
No, you're not far either.
No, well, I can't believe how close we are, to be honest.
I know, when you said it, I was like,
So we have just finished our meeting with Kelsey from the British Institute of Cleaning Standards. Thank you to Kelsey for coming down and seeing us at JCD HQ. Kelsey actually reached out to me, and I had ironically just seen some of her content a couple of days before, so it's meant to be. Kelsey looks after the youth employment and youth engagement for the British Institute of Cleaning Sciences. She does a lot outside of BICS as well, trying to encourage younger people into the cleaning industry. What we tend to find is, I was just explaining to Adam, most people come into the industry from the bottom up. So young people especially, they will get a cleaning role because they're trying to get through uni or whatever it may be, and then they realise how diverse the industry is, and then they'll stay in it and rise through the ranks. But what we need to do is attract talent in the industry at varying different levels. So that might be marketing, it could be sales, it could be in biochemistry, developing the newest cleaning products in terms of, you know, chemicals that are on the market. It could be in robotics, it could be in software and programming for, you know, scheduling cleaning staff. There's so many different aspects of the industry that people can come into. Doesn't have to be at the bottom as a cleaning operative. You know, there are loads of different avenues into the industry, and that's what we're trying to highlight, and Kelsey is on the same page with that. So she's got some ideas that we're going to hopefully work with her BICS and outside of BICS on to try and attract younger people into the industry. And hey, that's why we do what we do at JCD. That's why we give you a glass window into our industry and give you a real diverse range of what goes on, what I get up to day, some of the roles I carry out, and all the different types of jobs that we carry out within the industry. So yeah, a useful meeting, and we'll keep you guys up to date as to what comes out of that. It's late afternoon now. Me and Adam are wrapped up for the day, so that's going to wrap up Tuesday, and I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning, gang. It is not Wednesday, it is Thursday. Yesterday I went out, I had a couple of drainage jobs to go to. One up come in the morning actually, which was a nightmare because we are having lots of protests in the UK at the moment. So it took me ages to get up there, but when I actually got up there and started recording, I took the DJI out, which I film when I'm out and about and Adam isn't with me. I took that out and realised that I had left the SD card in my card reader in my laptop from sending Adam the footage the evening before. Now you would think, well, Chris, surely, you know, an expensive camera like you've got has internal memory. It turns out it doesn't. So unfortunately, I didn't manage to film any footage from Wednesday. So what happened yesterday? So I took a call. I had a fairly quiet day anyway, to be honest. But I took a call in the morning from a customer of ours who wanted us to go and do a blocked urinal in London. So we went up and done that, but it took hours to get there, 2.5 hours to get there. The job was a pain in the backside. Adam will put some footage on the screen for you guys to look at. It was a real pain. Got there eventually, but that took a couple of hours. And then I had a call from a plumbing company we do some work for who wanted us to go to a school, local in Kent. So I went to this school. They'd had another contractor out, but the head wasn't comfortable with what they'd done and just wanted us to double check everything over. We cameraed the line and it was still blocked. Took 3 hours to clear everything there, and I took everything out that line from school ties, face masks, vapes, tons of sanitary items. There was a Pringle can in one part of it. It was a disaster, and that took about 3 hours. So it was a bit of a long day in the end, to be honest. But you know, rough with the smooth. So today I am in southeast London. I have got a survey to do of some rainwater lines for this building. As you can see, it's a fair size. So I've just got here, a bit quicker to get here this morning. I'm just going to go and get the camera out, check in with the site manager, and then we're going to head up on the roof and survey these rainwater lines to see what is going on. So let's get the kit out and get going. So we are up on the 24th floor in the middle of London. Very windy up here. Luckily, hopefully the audio is not too bad because I've got my muffler on. So we just finished surveying. Really, there's only, we was told there was 9 rainwater lines that needed surveying. Really, there's only 4. The other 5 are on a higher part of the roof and they're only small. They're just little feed-through pipes into the mains. As suspected with a block this old, it's all cast iron and it's just full of scout. Not uncommon for cast iron pipes, to be honest. So we'll make some recommendations to the customer and go from there. So that wraps up this particular job, 24 stories high. So I am now going to jump back in the van. I'm going to head back down to Kent where I have a blocked shower that I need to attend. I was meant to go there yesterday but we didn't get there in time. Just another short update. We had a good bit of news the other day. That tender that I've mentioned on the channel about 15 times now. I was talking to Adam only this week and I said, oh, I'm going to put, you know, I'm not going to chase them anymore. I've sent plenty of chasers. And then by the will of God, literally that same day, I get a phone call from this particular company saying it's still on the cards. They've just had a change of personnel, which is not uncommon in big companies like this. So that was really positive news. I'm pleased, and I'll obviously keep you guys up to date with that one. So yeah, so that wraps up our time in London, thank God. Let's jump back in the van and head bound to sunny Kent. I've just arrived at ScanPro Technologies, who do repairs to, or they are the manufacturer actually, of our drainage camera. To be honest with you, the picture quality on our camera has been a bit hit and miss recently, and I noticed while I was surveying today that there is a little tear in the camera. So I thought, actually, while I'm on the way here, what I'll do, I'll take the camera and I'll run it into them and get them to give it a look over, and then I'll probably come and pick it up Friday of next week. So a quick pit stop at ScanPro. So let's get the camera out and run it inside. So we've just chucked the camera in. Luckily the nick I noticed, it's right at the very start of the line. We don't have the camera out that far, that often, to be honest, because I think it's a 60-metre reel. So I just dropped it off. They're going to be able to cut it back, which is good. Saves me having to replace the whole thing, which can be quite expensive. I believe a whole replacement is about £800, which is not ideal. Yeah, and the picture quality's not been great. I mean, to be honest with you, it was serviced a few months back and I got it back. James picked it up, and to be honest with you, I did question if actually anything had been done, because the picture quality was actually worse, in my opinion. But when I come and pick it up, I'll make sure I just check it, and then they've done what they should have, you know, this time round, and it's all working as it should. So yeah, drop that off. Quick win there. I'll hopefully come and get that early part of next week. So now we're going to drive down to Canterbury and go and unblock this shower tray for this customer. Let's go. So we have just arrived down in Canterbury. This particular customer has got a blockage in their shower apparently, so we're going to give the customer a knock now and go and have a look and see if we can get these back flowing again. So that job's done now, nice and quick. It was actually the toilet that was blocked that is affecting the shower, even though that wasn't mentioned on the job. But yeah, the shower come round and joined in to the toilet. So we just plunged the toilet and it went away relatively easily, which is always nice to see. So it's late now. It's 2:45. No more jobs today, no drainage jobs planned tomorrow, I'm pleased to say. What have we got on tomorrow? Tomorrow I'm going to be at HQ. We are having a board meeting at JCD. I'm going to catch up with James and Don just about what's going on moving forward with the future of the business, you know, what their plans are with that and what my plans are, and just make sure they're all aligned so we're all pulling in the right direction and not opposite directions, because you don't want that. So yeah, busy morning today. Always takes a lot of time to drive up to London, which is part of the problem. We usually charge a call out fee when we have to go that far, but a long-term customer of ours, that one, so you know, wanted to make sure it went okay for them. So yeah, not much on the rest of the day. I'm going to shoot home now, get changed and go and catch up on the day's emails, because I always have to do that when I'm out and about. That's part of being an SME. You know, you spend all day out on the tools, someone's got to do the admin when we get back home, and that person's me. You know, I manage my own emails and things like that. So I'll get back home, I've got a couple of drainage quotes to send out to people, and just a general catch up of what's going on. I'll see a couple of sales emails come through today for JCD, which is always nice, so I'll follow up with them and arrange site visits. So yeah, productive day. That wraps up Thursday, guys. I'm sorry I missed Wednesday, and I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning, gang. It's Friday morning. I am in a car park over in Kent. As always on the channel, you know, Fridays are a relaxed day for catching up, any bits of admin we've got to do, and site visits. I've been so tied up with grey water and that picking up a little bit of pace that I have sort of really been neglecting popping into some of our key accounts, which is a slap on the hand for us, because that is one of our cardinal sins at JCD. One of the common things that I go around and see when I see potential new customers, they moan about, is how reactive management is. So effectively they'll only come in when there's a problem. They don't proactively come in and support the team, staff. So I'm going over to one of our key accounts this morning. I'm going to pop my head in a couple of other accounts. I've had a little bit of an issue this morning, and it just brings home a quick lesson for any of you guys that are new to business or starting a business, about how sometimes picking up the phone is better than emails. We had a job where a customer has asked why someone only got a certain amount. We were cleaning some forklift trucks, and the customer said, oh, they only got so many done. Why is this? And there was emails back and forward, and in the end it was getting quite shirty both ways. And so I just picked up the phone and just said to the customer, like, look, you know, let me come in and see you. I'll come in and see you next week, Monday, and we'll just have a chat about what went on, what was good, bad. And when I actually got on the phone to this lady, her tone was totally different to how she emailed. So sometimes it's just better to pick up the phone and speak to these people, because emails can get misconstrued back and forth. So yeah, so Monday I'll head over there and see that, but I'm going to pop in a couple of our key accounts today, just make sure everything's going okay. What have we got on next week? It's a bit of a quiet week next week, to be honest. The boys have got plenty on. They've got work all week on some of our construction sites that they work on regularly, some of our ongoing customers. We're going to have a board meeting with all of the shareholders of JCD, just have a chat about what's going on in the future, because I've got a few ideas that I just want to spin past them too, and just make sure we're all on the same page. Following obviously the podcast series on a couple of weeks ago, I think it's a valid point to sit down and just make sure we are all pulling in the right direction and not opposite directions, because that obviously gets us nowhere. So yeah, so a relaxed day. So that's going to wrap up Friday, guys. I'm not going to take you around to all these meetings that I've got to go to and these site visits. I'm just going to pop around them and just check in with everybody and make sure they're okay. So as always, thanks for checking in. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It's nice to see the subscriber count going up, and that keeps us motivated to keep putting out content. I know we've got a Dish in the Dirt that's out next Monday, and we're going to do that
as and when we get some interesting jobs come up. But I know there's one Monday because we filmed that recently. So make sure you guys check into that one. And I will catch you guys next week. Have a good weekend.